Hey, what's up? It's Strong Kizzy. You know who is he, a.k.a. Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with King Tigger.
What's up?
DJ Laton.
I'm back.
And extra special guest, RS Smooth.
What's up, fellas?
And hey, we started the podcast. We here with episode 103.
4.
Yep. 104. I said 104 like 4. See? Should have did it over.
I feel like we just did this.
We ain't doing this again, dog.
104.
Shit.
Man, we're off to a great start.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm talking about. Just over here freestyling. And yeah. So where do we want to start?
We're going to start off with our guests, bro. You know what I mean? Introduce them, let them know who you are, what you've been about, and what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Ryan Summers, a.k.a. RS Smooth, from Beachville, Nova Scotia, you know what I mean? DJing and doing radio for going on 32 years next year, man. Can you believe
Nice, bro. Nice.
Hosting
Nice.
Smooth Groove Sundays, 2 o'clock CKDU. That's
Okay.
been going on for almost 27 years next year.
Nice.
So, just, you know, been doing it for a minute.
Yeah. Loving it. Loving it.
Yeah, representing hip hop.
32, bro. 32 years.
32 years, bro.
Dang.
Sometimes I tell people it's longer than you've been alive.
Yeah, bro.
Close to you.
Close.
What was you, 3?
Whoa, okay, yeah, bro. We ain't gotta do all that. We ain't gotta do all that, bro. We ain't gotta do all that.
You know we got to do that.
We ain't gotta do all that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
No, that's good, bro. That's a great accomplishment for you, right? So, you know, congrats for sure, right?
Yeah, man, just did it, you know, just for the love. That's why I still do it to this day.
Definitely.
Fell in love with radio and DJing, and just I'm just happy and blessed to be able to keep doing it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So
Where would you
just-
say you got your start from?
Well, I always used to, when it comes to radio, I always used to listen to the radio.
Right.
I credit my father, like he had his own business. He would always take me with him when
Okay.
I was small, and every time we would go into the store or whatever to do something, I'd always turn the key back and
Yeah.
listen to the radio, scan the station. So one day I came up on CKDU, and it was a Dalhousie University radio station. It was like, hey, you can volunteer. I was like, what? You can volunteer and be on the radio. So I just went one day, and in '93. I went, got some training. They had me go to this one show, but it wasn't really the vibe. I was like, yo, there's this show on Sunday. Can I go sit in on that one? So I called Buddy up. And at the time, his name is Kendall Mulder, a.k.a. DJ Delight. Rest in peace. But he was like, you know, come in, shadow. And then after the first week, he asked me to come back. I was like, oh, yeah, sure. And then I just ended up hosting that show with him for like 3 years.
Nice.
And that was like from 93 to 96. Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, that's a long time, bro, to be on the radio. Know what I mean? Like, that's a long time. Not many cats are still on the radio that long, right? So that's good.
It's good. It was fun.
Yeah.
Kept me out of trouble, I'll tell you that. I was only young at the time, so really, honestly, it kept me out of trouble, gave me something to do.
Nice.
Yeah. And it opened up a lot because I swear almost every concert I go to, I see you on stage in some capacity.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Just,
definitely.
you know, I think that's just relationships, developing relationships, being in the scene, trying to, you know, try to be professional at all times and be easy to work with and all that kind of stuff. So people remember that, and you know, I just again still blessed to be a part of all as many things that's happening. You know, I mean, people will come to me and ask me to be a part of it sometimes, or you know, I mean, like the Sean Paul thing, that was incredible. Out of nowhere, I didn't even know what was happening. So basically, I knew like they were getting me to give away tickets on my show for Sean Paul, and then Buddy's like, "Hey, I'm going to get you on the concert." I'm like, "What?" And then, but I just thought he meant like, okay, doors open and you're just going to play, and then their DJ or whoever's going to. But then it was like, no, actually, you're going to come on from 8 to 9, and then Sean Paul comes on after. I'm like, what?
Oh,
so just me? All I got to do is just avoid Sean Paul songs. That's it. And he's like, yeah. Like, oh well, hell yeah. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no,
So
definitely,
I was
right?
in front of like 5,000 plus people at the Scotiabank Center. Like,
Yeah.
that's incredible. You know,
Man, that is
to be
dope.
doing that this many years later, like that's blessed, man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I remember, I can't remember if it was Nas or T-Pain, that you were on stage and you actually performed a song. And like that song has been in my head forever. And I didn't even know where to look to find. It had like a kind of a reggae feel.
Okay, so that's the good thing. So I literally just released all that stuff. There's a whole bunch of, if you just search RS Smooth, like $, then $MOOTH on all the platforms, everything.
Nice.
Okay.
Including that song's called Little Longer. the original beat is Mama Africa from Akon, but I just took the beat and just made a different song.
Okay.
So all the I was doing this series called Secret Studio Sessions, so that's on Secret Studio Sessions Volume 1. But there's a 1.5, a 2, and a 3 as well. Plus, what I'm wearing right now is a shirt. Hopefully the camera can see it. Rest in peace to Aldine Alliston. This is the project that we also have on all streaming platforms called Big Tune, the collection.
Okay.
There's 35 songs. There would have been more, but that's the limit that you can put on a project. But it's a bunch of stuff that we did throughout the years, and I still got more. At least 20 more songs that we did.
Nice.
So rest in peace to Aldine. But all that stuff's available. I think him passing away was just like make sure you just what are you gonna leave behind? Like make sure this music is out there. You know what I mean?
Yep. Definitely.
Whatever happens. And even for him, I want to make sure I keep pushing his music. So
yeah, keep pushing his legacy, right?
I don't know how dope he is, man.
Seriously.
So check for Aldine Alliston. Check for this project for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. On all streaming platforms.
Dope.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to get that once. 15 or more plus years, the song been stuck in my head, and I didn't know what it was called. I was like, man, and now I can put it on my playlist.
For sure.
Dope.
There you go.
So I know I told you that we talk about some current stuff,
Yeah, for sure.
and I guess the big one. I know you've seen the fight.
What fight?
You know what? I hesitate to call it a fight.
That exhibition, you mean?
Let that go, bro.
Well, I don't know. It's just
Actually, with the streaming, how the streaming went, some people maybe didn't get to see it.
yeah. Well, the buffering. I mean, you kind of knew that. Like you knew the song people were gonna tune in. Like you didn't have to do anything extra. There was no additional fee. You just open your Netflix.
Yeah,
and,
and
you know what I mean. So
exactly.
of course you knew something was gonna happen. But like. Yeah, I know in January, like Raw goes to Netflix. Like, that's gotta be, the same. I don't know that many people, but like it could be the same issues.
It's gonna be the same issues, right? So,
Yeah, I seen Howard Stern put a warning out saying that they better get this stuff settled before football goes on. You mess with people's football.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's Christmas too, isn't it? Like Christmas Day,
Yeah.
Yeah. We ain't trying to get no delays during football. That's for sure. You know what I mean?
But I mean, the fight. I don't know. Like we just like Tyson was. Even his last professional fight, not the one with Roy Jones, but 2005, he quit. Like he didn't come out after the 7th round. Like I think he's in incredible shape for 58-year-old, but like stamina. Like that was even this thing back then. If you could take Tyson, longer rounds, you might have a chance to beat him.
Yeah, if you can take him to the 6, you had a chance, right?
Yeah, so I don't know, stamina. I mean, Jake Paul. I don't know. I think Jake Paul said, or is it? He said something wrong. But like he just backed off. He didn't want to hurt him or something.
He carried him. Definitely carried him, right?
I don't know if he's just saying that or I guess, but the first maybe 30 seconds it looked like Tyson. Okay, and then
the first time he hit Paul, I was like, oh, okay. But then that was the last time he hit him.
someone also tried to say because that's who's paying him, Tyson didn't bother hurting him.
Yeah, I seen that view too. They showed some video where like it looks like he's pulling back punches.
No.
Yeah.
That's how I seen that. I don't know.
I don't believe it.
Because they show the training and then they show the video and they say, how is this the same person?
Because the training was before he took sick.
He got sick, yeah.
That's
he
why.
did say he had an injury.
So
but
he
never
had an
said
injury
what it
and took
was.
sick, right?
Yeah.
So all that training videos that you see was before that. They never showed none of his training after that, right? So, and for the fact of getting paid that money and stuff, then Floyd Mayweather should listen to that when Oscar De La Hoya was hosting that down. Was promoting, right? And he beat Oscar's ass. So, you're a fighter, You don't care about the bag, right? So,
It was just tough to see, like,
how
vicious Tyson was.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is just, I'm glad he didn't get knocked down, I guess. Or, knocked out.
Yeah, that would have been tough to see. Like, 58-year-old guy getting beat by, just beat up by a 27-year-old guy. No one wanted to see that. Everyone wanted to see Tyson knock over to Paul, but it wasn't.
Exactly. I just think we were holding on to the old memories.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like it took Mike Tyson 5 seconds to get off the stool in between rounds. So him getting knocked down probably would have took him 10 seconds just to try to get back up. You know what I mean? So
Like, why did they show his bare ass?
Yes, that is.
Where did that come from? I was like, what? Is this like a joke or something? I was like, what happened?
Because that was crazy. Because
No
that
warning.
was we were watching it here, right? And me and Nightbreed were on the couch watching it, and then we seen that we both looked at each other like, Did that just happen?
Like,
What
kiss
is
my ass? Like, come on, man.
like?
Oh,
I was like, come on. I didn't know what. I just like what's. There was no explanation. I don't even know if the announcers acknowleded it or.
No,
And they lingered.
nobody
No,
said nothing.
and they lingered.
Rose
That's
is like,
what got me.
that's on the production crew though. They should have cut as soon as that ass she came. They should have
They
cut.
followed him like
Yeah.
They moved with him to the right.
They should have cut back to the ring or something, right? So
Oh,
I think that was planned though.
it could have been.
I just don't understand why though.
Because it don't make no sense. Like normally the camera would stay with the interviewer, and then the person would just walk away. They follow him or walk. Like they follow him
So
to the.
Maybe Tyson's starting the OnlyFans, man. Leave him alone.
Is Tyson broke though?
Not no more.
Who knows?
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I mean
after
before. Like I don't know. Like I was wondering.
I don't want to say he was broke, but he's not well off.
Okay.
I mean, so he's in that subpar, high, low class rich is what I call it, right?
Okay.
So he's
Still rich.
he's still making like $200K a year type of thing. I mean, he's not making millions a year no more. He's making like $200K because he got all those grow ups and stuff too for weed and shit. So he's making money off of that, right? He got his own brand of weed. So
I heard he got extra $5 million for lasting. I think past the 6th round or something like that.
Oh,
There's another incentive there.
Yeah.
To last past a certain round. So
yeah, they were saying that if he did knock Paul out within the first 2 rounds, then his purse drops to half. So from 20 to 10, right?
Okay, so it's
Yeah, so there's all kinds of speculations. We'll never know. We'll never actually know, but you know. But I did hear about the 5 if he made it right to 6, right?
So maybe that's another reason. Maybe he wanted him to make that money.
Yeah. That money ain't nothing to them. Those Paul brothers, bro. Those boys, they're smart marketers. Christ, they're smart marketers, man.
Yeah.
I did like the fight before that though. The girls.
Although I think she got robbed, man.
She did get
she
robbed.
got robbed.
She did get robbed.
Come on.
She continued with half an eye. And
Yeah.
It's because she got headbutted too. Like
Yeah,
over and
from a
over
hit.
again.
Like,
Yeah. That girl just kept leading with her head the whole time, right?
That's why I thought there's no way she's gonna win.
I know after losing the point, there's no way that she should have lost. I'm sorry. The other girl should have won.
Yeah, for sure.
But man, they
They were slugging.
was they was.
Like that was a hard act to follow, no matter who it was.
Oh,
but to see
yeah.
what
Hard.
Tyson and
Yeah.
Jake Paul did, like it wasn't. They weren't slugging at all.
No,
They're barely punching.
even the fight before that was with they had some good. There was 2 knockdown each,
Oh, yeah.
so that was a nice one. So yeah, the undercards was nice.
I didn't even know nothing about the undercard at
No.
all.
Yeah, they didn't
Until that
Right.
night, I was like, oh,
Yeah, I didn't know who they were either.
Yeah.
Mario Barrios.
Barrios, yeah. He was the champ.
Yep, still the champ though.
Yeah.
So
I thought he was going to lose it for a minute, though, because he was coming back, right? So,
Yeah.
that fight was good. But yeah, sorry for the Tyson. I guess the world will remember his ass.
That'll be gone the next couple of months. We'll remember Iron Mike Tyson.
I just
again,
hope.
right?
He said he might. He's not done. So like, he should be. Like, I don't know. Don't get back in the ring. Be in that shape. Train if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will people want to see another? Like, I don't know.
Not a sanctioned
What would
fight.
it be? Like,
It'll be an exhibition. It will never be another sanctioned fight, right?
Vander,
So,
Tyson.
Oh,
Did you see that Lennox Lewis and Evander came to visit him right before he went?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I didn't see that.
One of them.
Two,
Could say, hey,
two of your biggest competitors of
You're
all
not
time,
finished,
right?
eh?
Yeah.
let's make another 20 million.
Maybe let's start like a Masters League of boxing.
1 minute rounds.
It would have to be.
Holy shit. Tyson said, Evander, I don't want to fight you. I'll bite your ear again.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to be back in the ring anymore.
No. I think Evander, I don't think Evander, his head's there anymore.
That's what I was
either,
going to tell you,
right?
bro. Like, he wasn't even responding properly.
No, because he
They
had
asked
his
him a
mic
question,
down
he's
here.
like-
Like his mic was down here. Lewis had to put his own mic up to Evander's mouth. I was like, guys, what is wrong with you?
He's
Like,
shouting at him too, saying, "Yo, they're saying,
yeah.
like, yo, what is going on there, bro?"
Right. So,
But they had the seniors home.
no, that's wild.
So,
That's wild. Evander was high as shit.
So, what do you think of the Super Bowl controversy?
What is the Super Bowl controversy?
where Drake got it, and everyone thinks that Lil Wayne should have got it.
No, or Kendrick got
Kendrick,
it.
you mean?
Sorry, who did I say?
Oh,
You said Drake. Man. What are you acting like?
how
nigga?
dare you?
That's the real conversation he wants to talk
I know,
about. That's the real
Where
conversation.
you
Kendrick
at?
got it because it's in New Orleans, and everyone thought,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne should have got it.
No, that was my
I don't
bad
know.
because he in the chat, me and him talking about this
Oh,
thing that came up
Don't
with.
expose us, man.
Okay, I will.
Okay, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Talking about Drake. Got Drake on the mind. But yeah, because it's in New Orleans, everyone assumed that even though that's not like any model that the Super Bowl follows.
No.
But because of the West Coast one where it had all West Coast artists, now that it's in New Orleans, they're like, yay, Wayne should get it, right? But Kendrick got it. And Wayne's adding a lot of gas to it, saying he's heartbroken he didn't get it and whatnot. But
Jay-Z's the one that picks it. So
Yeah.
everyone keeps thinking it's him purposely doing that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't know. I just, how do you know Wayne won't come out? How do you know he won't bring him
Exactly.
up?
That's why I think would be.
I think it would be dope, especially after all this. But who knows? Maybe not. Maybe Kendrick wants to stand alone and just do it himself, prove, I'm for real. He'll probably put out music before that, I would say, or hopefully.
That they say he's working on an album.
Yeah. So, who knows? I mean, I don't know. Does Lil Wayne deserve it? Maybe, but I don't really. I'm not mad that Kendrick got it,
Yeah.
that's for sure. So.
It's leading into the Grammys. So seen the Grammy nominations and Kendrick's all over it, of course.
yeah. Big up Kendrick. I don't know. I like Kendrick.
I like Kendrick a lot too.
What, we have any opposing thoughts?
I was just trying to stay quiet, man. Let Smooth say his stuff, man.
No, go ahead. I want to hear what.
I mean, I like Kendrick, but I like Drake more.
Yeah.
I relate to Drake more. It's just, I like the music, versatility.
That's the best part, We
Yeah,
can all, like what we
exactly.
like.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
you know what
agree.
mean? I like Drake. So real talk. Back in I think it was 2011, me and Quake, and that's one of my. I try to not live with regrets, and I don't mean that in a reckless way. I just mean like if there's an opportunity, take it because you don't know if you're gonna get another one,
Right,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to stuff like in this business, like
Yeah.
it's in front of you and you don't take it, then you're gonna regret it. So it was a concert in St. John with Fabulous and Drake, and I was going there to get a drop from Drake, and so me and Quake, I'll tell the whole story. We're getting ready to walk backstage, and I just told him like, don't make eye contact with anyone. So when they go open the door, just keep going. You know what I mean, and then so that's exactly what happened. They just opened the thing, thought we were part of the crew, whatever, and walked. So we were out backstage, and Quake kind of knew, like Drake knew of Quake back then, and then and P Rain was there and a bunch of other people. So we get back there, whatever, and we meet Drake, and he took a picture with him, but I didn't. I just wasn't thinking. I don't know. I just was like, whatever. But I should have, but whatever. But so I asked him for a drop, and Drake's like, yeah, I'll do it, but I'll do it after I'm done performing. I thought to myself, just out of experience, like when you're finished this, you're gonna go party.
Yeah,
There's girls or your voice or whatever. You're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? And then so he let us stand on the side of the stage through his whole show, and then literally, I couldn't believe it. I wish it was on camera. He walked right off the stage and came right over to me and did the drop. And then I was like, wow. Like to me, that just showed me who he was. Like, nice guy. But I do want to say this, and I'm not hating. All right, I swear to God, I'm just trying to tell you like judgment based on like the interaction. And I like Drake. And like I said, I met him, blah, blah, blah. I'm not hating.
Yeah, I hope y'all listen to this. This is the bomb,
Listen to
man.
what I'm going to say.
This
My
the bomb
impression
right
of
here.
Drake, though, like just being around him in that little
Yeah.
bit is, and again, I'm not hating. I'm just telling you what I think, my impression. He was really geeky, to be honest. Like honestly,
Yeah.
like he most definitely is not no street dude. Now, he
Yeah.
might have street dudes around him, but
Yeah.
he most definitely is not. And so nice guy and all that for real, but like nah, if you he ain't no
Yeah.
gangster and
Right,
like
right.
that.
Why is guy
Trust
shaking
me.
his head at me?
Yeah,
Trust me,
Honestly, I get that from his music. That
nice
he's geeky,
guy.
right?
Trust me,
So-
and I
Yeah.
like him, but I'm just, that was my impression anyway. Like in the few minutes we were around, I was like, oh yeah, I can kind of see like again, the other dudes around him, cool, I get that. But
Yeah.
But again, whatever. It never like the music is the music. If it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't like some people. Remember, as the DJ, they're trying to say, "Oh, you're in Canada, you can't play. They not like us or whatever."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What? Like a hit is a hit. Like what are you talking about? Like the time we'll rushing the DJ because they're playing there. Are you out of your mind? Like really? And then meanwhile, the whole crowd is singing it. Like
Smooth.
Yeah.
I was in Toothy and you played it one night. I watched you.
yeah, of course. I always play it. Like I love to play it. You know what I mean? I didn't shy away.
No,
from playing it.
no, everybody went crazy. Everybody went crazy. And I was like, bro, you gotta play it.
You got to.
You know, like it was
Like to
it
not
was
play
hot.
your hate. And even Drake
Plays it.
he said like, remember he posted that picture. Sometimes you got to pop out and show whatever.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the dude that was in the boxing ring that was looked like Drake or whatever. And Drake said that. So
Yeah.
like, obviously he acknowledged the record. You know what I mean? It's a hot record. Like probably the biggest song of the year, I would say,
Yeah,
in hip hop for
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I mean, but I like Drake too. But well, can you like since that though? Drake has released many singles. Do you feel like any of them have caught on? Like I mean, multiple styles too. Like the house stuff he did. He got something with Camila Cabello. He got like the street records or whatever. Like, but
Yeah.
none of it seems to have,
None of it sticking like Not Like Us stick.
or just like since previous
Yeah.
Drake stuff. Like, are people like not warming up to him as much, or kind of hating because they feel he took that L and they're not really? Or does he need like, or none of them are hits? Like, does he need a banger, a certified banger? Like,
I think he's a certified banger. I just think these ones aren't hits, all right? So they're like what I like to call throwaway songs. I mean, just feelers. Let's see if people are still feeling me enough to say that I'm still here, right? So he needs a big hit though.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
that.
he needs a big hit.
because that's what I'm saying. A hit is a hit.
And you know he can do it.
Yeah, but why put it out this year? Wait till next year, because Not Like Us is winning everything this year. So wait till next year so you can win some more awards, right? So
One thing I don't understand is where's the Not Like Us like West Coast remix, or you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the
It's
multiple, you know, 7 minute, you know what I mean, with all the West Coast.
I know.
You know what I mean, like I'm surprised, but maybe it's before the end of the year. Maybe they'll recharge it closer to the Super Bowl or something. I don't know. But
I hope so.
People question Mustard too because Mustard on the beat, right? They question like, yo, Kendrick didn't really push your album at all. Like because he's leaning on that Not Like Us.
Yeah.
And then he dropped his album. They question like, yo, Mustard, like we didn't see Kendrick like pushing your stuff. Like they say it's the West Coast, this is the West Coast revival song, but we didn't see Kendrick pushing Mustard's. I mean, I just saying.
he's nitpicking.
yeah.
No, I'm just watching what's happening, right?
Yeah,
I just
no, I
watch.
get it.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's not.
Take the L, man.
Yeah,
I'm just
I took the L. I took the L.
Oh, man, I love,
fought for it.
I love both of them. I think it was incredible for hip hop, that period.
Yeah.
But the only thing is like the urgency though, like that to me kind of tainted it. Like there were people like, oh, he dropped. Like, where you at? Like an hour later. Like I'm like, man, give the person time to hear it and formulate something, because
Yeah.
that's the difference now. It's so instant. Like people want it.
Like a
you
half
think
hour?
Like think of when Jay-Z dropped the Takeover, and then how long it took before Nas responded with
Right.
Ether. Like it was
Yeah.
an album, wasn't it? Like it wasn't like it was instant.
No.
But now it's like because of this cycle of constant whatever content, people
Yeah,
expect you
yeah.
to have the response in 30 minutes. Like, geez.
And it's like they set a bar now. The next beat that pops off, people are going to expect
Yeah,
the tracks to come instantaneous.
Yeah.
Then I feel like they might not be giving you their best stuff because they're just rushing it to get it out.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, true that.
That was you.
me.
That was you. Look, man, Kendrick won't
Man.
respond.
Man.
Respond.
And then he responded.
It took him a minute though.
He just like kapow.
It took him a minute, bro. Euphoria wasn't. It wasn't Euphoria's first response, right? Euphoria
I
wasn't.
believe so.
Well, Not Like Us. Sorry, Like
Not Like
That was
Us was-
first. Like
Oh,
that.
like that. He started like that, and then Drake did push-ups, and then he did Euphoria.
Euphoria,
And
yeah.
Euphoria was a minute before he answered
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah.
Like a
Right.
week or two.
Yeah, like
That was too
They're
long.
like,
like
Kendrick,
3
where
weeks.
you at?
Yeah, that was too long.
Because remember
for him.
Drake put out the one with the
Back
AI
to-
Tupac voice,
Oh, yeah.
which I thought, oh man, why did you do
you see.
That's what
you know
I
that?
why?
You know what I mean?
You know why I really lean to that though? Because I look at the Drake and Meek battle, right? When I don't know who even started that, but I know when Drake dropped Charged Up, then he dropped Back to Back within days. I was thinking that's the Drake formula, the killing with the speed. And then as I thought he was going to try, that's what he's trying to do on Kendrick, killing with the speed.
Yeah.
'Cause that's how he killed Meek. He killed Meek with the speed, the back to back. Because back to back to me was before, like that was the biggest before Not Like Us
For you.
for me.
For you.
Yeah.
For you. For you.
Everybody were quiet. Like back to back was a jam when I
It
came
was.
out.
No, it was.
Back to back was like, yo,
It's just different eras. I mean, one song I don't even, and you probably, but I don't acknowledge this song, but I recognize how dope it is and big and whatever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's Hit 'Em Up by Tupac because I'm a big
Yeah.
fan. And I love Tupac too, don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
I just hated that. Like, I felt like those are the things that, unfortunately, like, probably led to him. I know there's a specific situation that night where he got murdered, but like,
Yeah.
There was a lot of people, like there was disc records flying back and forth. Dissing a lot of people, like Mobb Deep, they had disc records, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like, I hated that, where it just ignited all this beef. And then there was a video too. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like it was disrespectful so bad. So, you know what I mean? But that most people say that's one of the most vicious, diss songs of all time.
Hit him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a version of Not Like Us that has like Hit 'Em Up a cappella over it.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's dope. But
That's crazy.
I don't know other vicious ones, whatever, diss songs.
Yeah, what Hit 'Em Up, the thing I didn't like about it is how, like, Pac got the whole crew in on it. And then it wasn't just Biggie
Oh, yeah.
versus Pac. It was like Biggie versus the Outlaws now.
And I don't know if people understand, like, you realize that's an answer specifically, though, to a Junior Mafia record, like Get Money, the remix, has the same sample, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
They it's like and that's why they say Get Money or whatever now, you know what I mean? It's like literally the answer to that record, like if you listen to it. It's like, oh, they literally took what they did and just made it into like a vicious diss.
Flipped it on.
Man.
That's wild.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was an answer to a game.
Just look up Junior Mafia Get Money remix. Like you'll hear the beat and be like, oh, they just like did a variation of the beat. Like even Machiavelli Toss It Up. Like that's the answer. Well, they kind of mimicked No Diggity. Like Blackstreet, if you listen to the beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah.
the part where they do the exact same like breakdown, like the bridge or whatever, they do the same. And then, that was Dr. Dre's record.
Yeah.
So Tupac's dissing Dre. on his verse, it's just a diss. It's like vicious too. Like, damn.
Yeah, that
It's
was
like a
a
hit,
vicious
like
one.
R&B record, and then Tupac comes in with the diss part. Like, damn.
Yeah, I always thought that funny because the first two verses are just like he's talking about women kicking game whatever. Then all of a sudden it's straight to Dre.
Straight to Dre. I'm like, damn. Dre, you don't piss these people off.
Yeah, don't piss off Pac. He didn't mince words either.
No, he didn't.
There was no subliminals back then.
Not with Pac.
No. Not in the 90s at all.
Well, Biggie said that's what I'm saying when the Who Shot You, that was just bad timing. Like Pac got shot, and then Who Shot You comes out like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
who
yeah.
did that? Damn.
Then LL had I Shot You, and they were. That's where I had those two related. I was like, is
I don't know. Let's see. That's good.
like, are they connected in any way?
No. Not Todd, because
Well, LL liked to diss people too.
yeah, he did, but Todd
Same
ain't
record.
shooting no.
He dissed cannabis when he's standing next to him. LL Cool J.
I like LL's new album. I won't even lie. Q-Tip produced the whole thing, so that's like, wow. To me, 2024, thank you. Like, I love stuff like that.
Didn't sound like Q-Tip to me. It was like they were different type of beats. I didn't like them, but the more I listened to them, the more I liked them. You know what I mean?
He had a whole album with 50 that they scrapped.
Yeah,
Whole
I heard
album
that.
with Dre. No, LL.
Hello.
Oh,
And he got a whole album with Dre that they scrapped. He just said he wasn't writing, or I don't know, something about the writing. He didn't.
oh man,
It wasn't hitting. So he
That's
just did a
wild.
whole album with Q-Tip. Like,
Yeah.
just like that. Queens.
I like those collabo albums. Like I just read that Nas said that him and Premier got an album that's coming out,
To hear that, you know what I mean?
and next month we got Dre and Snoop's.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
I know it's Missionaries.
Hear that little snippet that I sent you?
No, I was at work and I always have it on mute, right?
Yeah.
And I keep getting to go check stuff that people sent me earlier. But man, the lineup looks crazy.
I even like commented Pete Rock's album. I just think it's, I saw this clickbait one time that says Nas Illmatic ruined hip hop. And then I was like, what? And I had to click it. And so what they're trying to say is Nas Illmatic was one of the first albums that featured multiple producers. So
Oh,
it wasn't
okay.
like a cohesive, like one producer theme. So it wasn't like it wasn't related or whatever. They just thought it was different because a lot of people followed that motto and then
Right.
had like songs that just stick out like that aren't, well, funny enough, Nas. And then later on, like this song, like "You Won't See Me Tonight" with Aaliyah, I just thought, like, why? What are you doing? Or even Nas, "You Owe Me." That's dope. But I just thought that wasn't Nas. Like, especially
Yeah.
at that time,
That was a weird song for
that
him.
is like commercial. Like, where are you going with that? Like, that's more like a Jay-Z or more just somebody else, right? So I don't know. So that I feel like all these people working with one producer, I just think they're giving that cohesiveness back. And I mean, like it's more, it flows more. It's just more fluid. So I can't wait to hear Nas and Premiere. Like, that's dope.
It should be good.
Yeah, I like it because, like you said, it's more cohesive. It's like it's two people working on a project together, so they both have a vision and they fulfill it because
Certain vibe, yeah.
they got the vibe going through the whole thing, rather than some albums that just sound like mixtapes almost.
Track, or here's the club track, here's the girl track, here's the radio track.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's the So let's talk about Drake then. That's why I feel like.
Oh my
Drake.
God.
No, listen. That's why. Like, can you actually? I don't think. Well, I think this is a common thing. Like, can you actually say name which one of Drake's albums is considered a hip hop classic? Like, is there one? Like, what I
A
mean?
hip hop classic.
Like, is it, whether it's critically acclaimed, like everyone believes this, or just in general as a fan? Can you say there's where we have like a Nas or a Jay-Z or et cetera down the line? I have multiple people, DMX, whoever, they all have, albums that people consider classic. What is the Drake album?
Take Care.
Does everyone agree with that? I don't know.
Take Care is considered his best. I feel like I've seen that a lot. Take Care.
I just feel like
And Views. I think Take Care and Views have been the one talked about like those are the shit.
I mean, see, to me, what was the last album he had? What was it called?
For All My Dogs, or
For My Dogs.
Like not the rap one, but the one that got that song was Sexy Red. Like it's songs like that.
Yeah,
that to me, like I get where that is going and who that's for and all
Right,
that, but
right.
that would never be like he put that on an album that can't be considered a classic. Like
Yeah.
not with a song like that, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what happens on his albums. I get what he's doing and why he's doing all that, but.
Yeah,
That's what holds. You remove those songs, and some of those albums sound amazing, like the beats.
Yeah.
And, take some of those other ones out. But I understand what he's doing and trying to appeal to different people. So I just feel like I wish he would go with one producer and do a classic album, like a hip hop album.
I don't know what Drake. I don't know which producers he used a lot. But what does 40 do? Isn't 40 like his main guy? Like his
engineer too. I think he just oversees a lot of the sound sonically, all of that. Production.
Does Party Mix Next Door, does he produce, or is he just?
I know he writes, but I don't know.
Because I know him and Drake are doing an album together that's coming soon.
And that's I feel like I guess like rapping, just do a rap album, even
Just
if it's
rap
like
album.
9-10 songs. That's it. Of just bangers. Like
remember when Joe got on him for All the Dogs, and then he released that part 2. I think he rapped and.
Scary Hours or whatever.
Scary Hours, something. I think he rapped in that. Those 5 songs or whatever, 4 songs. He did something like that.
He's like, here, I was waiting for you to come.
Yeah.
But it was just added to the album already, so
Right,
it still had
right.
all those other tracks on there.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like I know it could do a classic. It's just, I think the other thing that would endear Drake is he needs to come out with either like a really, really funny movie, like star in a movie where it's just hilarious and you can't deny that it's funny, just so that people, because he does act, you know what I mean? Or some kind of drama that, like, again, it's just like an award-winning, like a Jamie Foxx type, like whatever, plays something that makes people believe in him like that for his talent. Because I feel like musically it's cool, but I just feel like if he does that acting thing and gets people on that side, I think they can't deny like his talent, right?
Right.
Despite the L that he took earlier.
Yeah.
What is going on at this table, man? Like, what is going on, Smooth? Like, what's going on?
Man, this place wrong with something.
I can't wait to see you at a party.
Why not? Like, even like people hate on Nick Cannon. Like that guy tried to be, everything. Like
he did.
And that's and still like his own shows, like all that stuff. I feel like I can't believe Drake hasn't really gone the acting route or did something where
Drake has been behind like shows like Top Boy and stuff. Like he's been like behind. I don't know how deeply he's been involved, but his name is associated with those.
And that's cool. He should even a guest appearance just to like
just come on, right?
Yeah, even like shockingly, just do it. Maybe you're not even expecting it, and bang, he plays this character, and it's like wow, you know what I mean? And just something like that. Like I just feel like he needs that.
Needs to pivot.
You don't
somewhere.
need anything, but I'm just saying. I feel like it'd be dope. Like get back to the acting too, and that would maybe endear him to more people as well.
That's a good point. It's like, cause he's using this music to get in all the rooms, but you feel like he needs to do something different to get in more rooms instead of just using the album.
Oscar.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah, especially since his current music, as you said, it ain't sticking.
It ain't sticking like how it used to stick for sure. It ain't like holding on to, He still got his fans though.
Yeah,
He got his people.
Only one hit away. All you do is drop a hit, bang.
Oh yeah.
But like, let's think about it. Just the same thing happened to Jay-Z. Oh, everybody that's got quiet. Y'all did. I think the same thing happened to Jay-Z.
For you to finish this.
I feel like the same thing. I'm not as seasoned in Jay-Z, but I feel like the same thing happened to Jay-Z. Jay-Z was the guy. The guy, oh yeah, he had, the albums, the guy, and then it just, oh, I'm gonna retire, and then it was like, I come back and I try something, but it wasn't really sticking like the old stuff. It wasn't, it wasn't no encore.
Another drink for this one.
Was it? No, I could be wrong, because I'm not a seasoned follower of Jay-Z. I do like Jay-Z as an artist, but I felt like the same thing happened to Jay-Z. Like, but he did pivot though. But he went to business side. He went to the champagne, but he wasn't like showing his face though. Like Drake isn't showing his face. I feel like they have the same template of movement. They like to be behind the scenes and make money, a lot of money, but they don't want to be in front of the camera.
That's probably best at this point.
It is. It is.
Never have to drop another song again.
Yeah.
What I mean? You're behind the scenes making money. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what Drake is looking at. Like,
Well, with his catalog, he doesn't have to drop another song.
No.
ever. He's good.
no,
I wish he would have did Verzuz. I wish that was still going.
yeah,
Who would Drake face?
That's what I was going to ask you. Who do you think you'd go up against?
I mean, like
Kendrick.
for fun, it should be like, well, yeah, but I think it's
that was
I
Cello.
think
That was Cello.
I think that'd be cool. Yeah.
That would be dope.
Kendrick, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Netflix should buy Verzuz, man. I don't know if that's still a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't some
Triller,
Timberline
isn't it?
and
Triller or
No,
whatever.
Elon.
Triller-
Elon Musk just made a deal with Swiss and Timberland. It's
Oh,
gonna
really?
It's going to be on X now.
Okay,
Okay.
We're going to hear some new stuff from Verzuz soon.
I'm gonna drop a name that I shouldn't, but I wish they would have did the Jermaine Dupri versus Diddy versus.
Oh,
Which they can't now.
I think that wasn't good.
But, man,
That would have been. It would have been fire
incredible.
though.
Like, man,
That would've been good.
hit
That'd
so
been
many
fire.
hits. Like they could go 50 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Each, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Just because you mentioned Diddy, I was listening to the radio today, and that song by, I think his name's Curtis Walker, "Stunning." In it, he has something like Puffy. It is one of the lyrics, right? They cut out Puffy's name now. They edit out Puffy.
Wow.
It says like,
Trying to cancel them, bro.
yeah. That was
Smooth, you still playing? You still playing Diddy?
Well, it's funny you should say that. I honestly, like, especially when it comes to at a club or at an event where people are live, like, I'll say, okay, like, I'm not even joking. I'll literally ask, so am I, you guys want to hear R. Kelly? Am I cool to play R. Kelly? Am I cool to play
Yeah.
Diddy? Like, I'll literally ask the crowd. And most times, like, I remember when in 2019, when that whole thing happened with R. Kelly, the documentary, I went to do one gig. It was more of a corporate thing, and they had like some music requests, and then it said on it no R. Kelly, like
Yeah.
that was the only time that ever happened. Like
Yeah.
other than that, most times people are like, yeah, play it.
Yeah.
So, and then so when it comes to Diddy, I mean, I wouldn't not play it, but it's not like I'm going out of my way to play it.
Fine.
Like it would depend on what, like if you mean like, yeah, I might play Biggie that has like more money,
More
more
Money, More
problems, or
Problems,
something
yeah.
like that. Like, I always play Biggie's verse anyway in the hook, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not going out of my way to play Diddy, but I'm not, if someone asks me or whatever, I don't know. But like, see, you didn't ask me, there's a question I asked you to ask me.
This is not related to
Yes,
that?
yes.
Oh, crazy. I didn't know that was
Here we
related.
go.
I didn't know that was related to
I
that,
need that
man.
other drink first. No,
Yo, you
let's
need
go.
another drink?
No, let's go. Let's
Can
go.
we get? Or
No, let's go.
I look at the producer.
Let's go.
All right, man. Since I known you, since I always seen you, or seen you and never seen your eyes, but what's up with the shades, man?
So,
what's that?
The inspiration, honestly, and then I'm gonna break this down, and I'm talking about like the '90s, right? Why I always wear shades was because of Diddy. I won't even lie. Pop,
Oh my
that was
God.
why
Yo,
I
we gotta
always
cut
wore
that,
shades.
cut
No, seriously, I'm gonna explain everything. I have no
Really?
problem like saying about the influence that,
Okay.
like, you'd be lying if you said that you weren't. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but like what I'm talking about musically. The business, all that stuff, what Diddy did in the 90s, that was a blueprint for many when it came to business. I tried to model myself after him. The can't stop, won't stop, do as much as possible, do everything, all that stuff, try to do everything. The shades, I love the fact that you it's almost like mysterious. It's cool, but it's always like you don't see the person's eyes. You know what I mean? I just thought that was like something that I would love to embrace. Like no one was really doing that, whatever. So I don't know. I just always did follow that. The inspiration of his like entrepreneurial spirit, all of that, like the production, like he might not even you know, compared to Jermaine Dupri, where we're seeing videos even like last week of Jermaine Dupri making beats, and Diddy wasn't necessarily on the drum machine, but similar to Quincy Jones was like a producer who like knew who to bring together and sound like this, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So all of that I thought was amazing. I feel like that was a huge blueprint. Now, obviously, I didn't know anything about his personal life. I did think, to be honest, that the music business is ruthless. Like this is, you know what I mean, to get to the top where he got to, of course, I imagine him to be cutthroat and probably rob a lot of. I shouldn't say it like that.
Don't say rob. Don't say rob, bro.
But probably like you know,
Slots of baby oil.
probably like you know, piss off a lot of people on his way on the top. Basically, you know. So I figured he was, you know, probably not the nicest guy like that to get to where you got to be. So I'm talking like maybe like 1990 to like 2003 or 4 or 5. That's the Diddy that I'm talking about. Now, it's funny because about 15 years ago, they're saying is when all this stuff started happening with Diddy, and maybe because of drug use and all that stuff, and getting with Cassie. And, you know, actually on a side note, I would love to, how come we haven't heard from like Ryan Leslie? I mean, Ryan Leslie was with Cassie, signed to Bad Boy, produced a bunch of stuff, and I'm pretty sure Diddy took Cassie from Ryan Leslie. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Like he produced all her stuff. That was his girl, like, you know what I mean, back then. So we haven't heard. I don't think he said anything about Diddy. Like, you know,
He probably signed some kind of
maybe, but I think it'd be interesting to hear like his point of view. But you know, all this stuff started happening. So I mean, the thing with Diddy now, it's tough. Like I can understand if you don't want to hear his music. You know, like the video that has him abusing Cassie. I mean, no matter what you think of him, it's like you can't defend that. Like,
no,
it's disgusting. It's like, you know, makes me sick thinking about it. Like, crushed me. You know what I mean? Like, again, this is someone I looked up to and was like, wow, like this is, and tried to model yourself after, like in terms of the business and the music and all that. And then to see that, it's like, wow, like you can't defend that. And it just, you know, like if he's lying about that because he said he didn't do it, and then bang, you see the video. So if he's lying about that, what else could he be lying about? So maybe everything, right? So it's very hard to like
killed his credibility in anything.
Yeah. So it's just like I feel it's amazing though. This man has a lot of money and he's still in jail. He can't get out of jail. The man offered up $50 million and they won't let him out. Like wow.
Yeah. They say
that's amazing. I don't think we've ever seen that before. Like most times you got money, you're out. You know what I mean? But this is like wow.
Probably too much of a flight risk. Like he would, like you said, you got all that money, probably disappear.
So they're trying to say that he's in jail, like still doing stuff to intimidate witnesses and blah blah blah. So
yeah, I heard
that's why they didn't want to let him out because they felt like if he was out, he would most definitely be doing that. So it's hard to take. Like, you know, it's very disappointing. I don't know what to say. It's like heartbreaking. You know what I mean? So it's hard to like. You know, I love Biggie. That's one of my favorite artists, and I'll never stop listening to the Bad Boy stuff that I love. And even in general, like. I understand those songs can be triggering if it's R. Kelly, Diddy, whoever, you know, some people do have the choice, I guess, to not listen. You hear it, just turn it off, don't watch it, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I try to ask and be courteous. Like, do you guys want to hear these songs? Because I feel like when it comes to music, those songs, especially those like from that era, if you're our age or whatever, like those songs had meaning to you that, you know, you hear those songs, it probably puts you back then and memories. You feel a certain way. That's what music's supposed to do. So I don't know how you can like stop those feelings. You know, maybe you don't hear the songs, but I mean, they still mean to me what they did back then. And you know, I guess it's tougher with R. Kelly because
some of his lyrics,
some of the, you know what I mean, songs. You're like, you
like what was he thinking
like,
at that moment?
All of us, like, how dare you? Age ain't nothing but a number. That's what you called Aaliyah's album. Like,
he called himself the Pied Piper. How did we not know?
Just, you know, and then back then, like when that all came out, he had another wave because he's like, okay, it won't be me. I'll just write for everybody else and produce. He's in the background, ad libbing and doing, you know what I mean? But and he had a whole string of hits like from other people. But this time, it's just, you know, so I can understand. I guess from that point, if someone was to say, cancel, like don't play their music on the radio and maybe streams, I can understand because then you mean, oh, okay. Like I wish they would say this part because we want to deny them royalties so they can't make money.
Right.
But then it makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, I don't, you know, like that guy because of whatever, cancel him. Like it's just okay, whatever. But the songs still mean what they mean. I don't know. Like that's a hard one to. I at least try to ask, and I don't purposely flaunt it. I'm not like on my radio show playing R. Kelly and Diddy every week because that's different. Like I'm not in front of an audience, so it's like I'm not gonna just do that. You know?
Yeah, or you get Black Mother yell at you to play it, right?
I know this story was coming, but I tried to hold. What? I played his wedding, right?
Yeah.
So this is way before Smooth, before the reception, way before taking pictures.
Yeah.
This lady comes up to me. I know it was your mom at the time.
Yeah.
She came up to me and she was like, "So, you're playing R. Kelly tonight. I'm like, no. It was fresh at that time, man. It was like fresh. It was like
2019.
Yeah, it was 2019. Right?
It was fresh, right? I'm like, no.
But she wanted to hear it.
Oh, she wanted to hear it. It was played. Don't worry.
Oh yeah,
it was pressed. It was played.
That's what I'm saying. There's certain songs, like I can calibrate maybe at least 4 or 5 R. Kelly songs that if I'm doing, especially like a older party era, wedding or whatever, I'm most definitely playing like Vibe and Step in the Name of Love, Happy People, Home Alone, like at least those 4. You know what I mean? Like, come on, they want to hear that. I don't even think of Ignition. Like to me, those maybe take out Home Alone, but and maybe Vibe. So let's say Step in the Name of Love and Happy People. Those are positive songs. Like, you played them on the radio. Ignition talking about getting drunk and all this stuff. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You could play those other ones on the radio. All those nice songs that he did, like, you know what I mean? But it kind of erases it because of what he was convicted of.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
You see that interview with Gayle King, like that's what I'm saying. He was just,
That
was kind of really sad to see too.
Yeah.
Like he was just,
Like he had a full mental breakdown.
Yeah,
with it, right? So
it was tough to see that.
yeah,
And they say he can't read, you know. Like,
I heard that.
I heard that.
so
too.
I feel like
Oh, really?
a lot of people stole like a lot of money from him over the years. Yeah. Like he's just
Yeah.
So just think about that. Doesn't that put it like the man is a genius? No matter what you think of him, like to not be able to read and write and look at all that stuff that he did musically. But of course,
and he wrote songs for people.
exactly.
And that's the thing, right?
But it's just
I couldn't read the contracts.
Yeah. Like he
There
wrote
you
songs
go.
for Michael Jackson.
yeah. Whitney
wow.
Houston,
Yeah.
Celine Dion, like all these
Yeah,
people,
Celine Dion.
major people. But
Yeah.
for you can't excuse what he's convicted of doing. So that's the tough part.
That's the tough part, right?
In moderation, maybe you listen to it, but I'm not gonna like push it on people.
Yeah.
Just
No,
play
no,
it and
no,
flaunt
no,
it. Like I'm gonna ask. If they say no, even if one person says no, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Usually it's a resounding, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember actually the funny part was when it first happened in 2019, some people didn't even know what I was talking about. I was like, can I play R. Kelly? Like, well, why wouldn't you play R. Kelly?
Yeah.
You don't know? Okay, I guess I'm playing R. Kelly. Until you figure, wait a minute, I just got this notification.
Yeah.
Pull up. There's Diddy.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
So what was your inspiration to become a DJ?
I feel like it was radio first, but I always like to play music. Even before, like I went to CKDU, like
Right.
I DJ'd my junior high dance in like 1992.
Okay.
Playing cassettes and CDs.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it's like I think I always just like to play music for people.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
And so that to me I think was what it was. And then seeing the radio and like again DJ Delight who was there, he was using vinyl and he knew how to mix and like beat match. Like, and I was like, oh, that I want to learn how to do that.
Right.
for sure. So, and just because I also felt that would if there's one thing to play music, but can you DJ? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't want to just play music. I wanted to actually learn how to DJ. So that part of it.
Took
and
you a
then
while.
there was
Why
many
are you? What's going on, man? What is going on, bro?
Well, your name's DJ Laton.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Man.
But I mean, there's many people, thankfully, that I was like, that's the thing with DJ Delight. Like, I was on the radio, but also there was events that he would go do, so that like introduced me to the community as well. It's always being around him and getting to know people, and then he would let me play, blah blah blah. So, but then thankfully there was other DJs I was around that showed me so much, like Looney Tunes. Shout out to Looney Tunes, Mark Mirage. I know I'm gonna forget many people. Nasty Knock. First of all, I have to start with Nasty Knock after DJ Delight. As Nasty Knock literally is where I learned how to rock a party.
Okay.
I would be watching him. He'd be at the parties, and I remember when Home Alone came out. Man, we were DJing New Year's Eve, and I swear he played that song like 7 times as it was brand new, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. So, but like he, just seeing like he would play a certain record, and you see the reaction, like oh, then play the next one, oh, and it would get bigger and bigger, and like people just, I was like, okay, like kind of, figuring out that vibe of how to do that, like,
Right.
that influence, you know what I mean? But just being around so many other DJs and. Thankfully, and just absorbing all their vibe. And,
Right.
Shout out to Candyman. I remember DJ Rat Brown. He was from Jamaica. He had a show on CKDU, and he was like the only reggae DJ that was actually mixing. He had like 45s, and it was like Saturday. It was baseline reggae. That was the name of the show on like Saturdays at like 6 o'clock or something. And I remember one time I came in pretending I was doing something in the production room just so I could be there to watch like from the other room just to see him DJing. It was crazy. I was like, I got to see this live. You know what I mean? So. I just love to play music for people, I guess. So.
Nice.
You know, I had a question I've been meaning to ask you for a while, but since we got another DJ here, I can just put it
Jeez.
out.
Wow. Passed up.
No,
Passed up,
so
man.
you both can answer.
No, man.
Is-
That's
is when you're doing a set like a wedding. No, sorry, wedding is a bad example. Like a party, like not like at a venue, but like an intimate party. How open are you guys to requests? Because Nasty Nuck taught me how to look at somebody, a DJ, and know that my song that I asked them to play ain't being played.
Yeah.
I thought, you drinking. I thought my song was coming on next. He kept saying, "Yeah, I'll play it next." 4 songs past, didn't hear it. Go back
That's
up.
the mistake. You should have never said
that's
I'll play
the
it
yeah.
Like, is
That's
that
the go-to
tell-
line.
Is that's the go? That's why I want to ask. What's the go-to line?
What, to tell people that they're not going to get their song played?
Yeah. What should I look for when I'm asking to know that it ain't getting played?
I don't know if you want to go first.
I can go with, and you can be the finale if you want.
Go ahead.
Now,
Well, like if you ask, like say we playing a lot of rap right now. Say this is like it's the rap section of the party. You come with some, you want to hear some, I don't know, Destiny's Child or something. I just going like some random. You should know that ain't getting played next, bro. Like that's like a whole it's a jump. You're trying to jump from that genre right over to like some R&B whatever. But
see, I can't remember what it was, and I don't even want to say it could fit
Yeah.
because I'm sure with the liquor in my system, I thought, oh, this would fit here.
that's a lot of people do think that a lot of people do think that stuff could fit there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, play this, like, bro. Like we up, like Smooth. We on 140. This song and like this song coming in like 70. Oh, that's a good mix actually. 140.
You can't even mix bad. Just for
Yeah,
an example.
I just thinking what it's heavy, man.
I was like, actually.
Yeah, it's actually coming like 90 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's like you all over the place, right? So I try to avoid that, but I don't mind requests.
Okay.
I don't mind requests. It's a little feature in Serato. I put that in my prepare. I'll look at it. If I come back around to that, it's like, oh yeah, I'll play it. I don't mind requests, especially at weddings. I don't mind requests because a lot of weddings I do, I don't know the people.
Yeah.
So like, and if they don't give me a list, I'm just going off some generic stuff. Somebody tell me something, and then if I get to that and I see it catches a vibe, I'm gonna stay there longer now throughout the party. I'm gonna stay there, and then I'd still venture out, but I'll probably come back because I feel like that's where they get their most
wanna be
energy.
at,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's
I find with weddings is more about requests anyway. Like
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of the wedding party gonna come up and say, "Hey, can you play this here song? Can you play this?"
Yeah,
So,
that's why I
that's
said
fine.
wedding was a bad example.
Yeah.
This was at my brother's 50th anniversary party. No, sorry, 50th birthday party.
you don't say that. Nigga was married for fucking 50.
No, I know.
That's not married with his one.
No, it was there. Yeah, and I was like,
If it was your brother's party, you still wouldn't play your song?
Jeez, that's a good
What did
point
you
too.
request? Damn.
That's a good point too.
Request some
DJ?
Rod Stewart or something?
Nucky.
DJ Nux. Oof. Nux said no. Nux said I got my list. That's it.
I know.
That's another
you say
question.
this is my brother's
question.
party?
It was in Ontario, and I think Isaac even flew him out and everything for it.
Man.
I can't remember what song it was.
The next party doesn't need a DJ.
Oh, he lives right on the lake too.
Oh, see, don't tease me. Let me holler at Isaac. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I don't mind requests. I don't like when people are like expect it right next though. Like,
Yeah.
maybe sometimes it depends on if it fits in. Sure, because to me a request is sometimes a reminder. Like, oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. Thank
Yeah.
you. Or maybe if I play that, I'll see the reaction, and most people might be like, oh, I like that record.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, let me add that to the arsenal for next time or whatever. You know what I mean? So I don't mind requests, but it is annoying. Like when they think it's going to be next, or see that. I think the pressure now is, for better or for worse, sometimes people like to throw money at you here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So there's two different ways. Usually it's for a request, or they'll do a money pull up.
Yeah.
Like, pull that song up and they'll throw it, whatever. I was in Montreal, buddy threw 100, and then it's comical later the next day. I think he was trying to get change because he only wanted like to throw 20 or something. I'm like, well, who got change? What do you think? I'm giving you change? Like,
He wanted change?
Yeah. He talked to the promoter. He mentioned it to the promoter.
Nah, bro.
Nah, man.
Got already touched the turntable, bro.
But anyway, so there's that where someone, if they pay you, it's almost like, even for you, like, oh, well, they paid me. I guess there's an expectation that not only will I play it, but it'll be like soon, like now or whatever. They might be there with a bunch of people. Oh, I'll play this, So I don't. That's why sometimes I don't even like the money part of it, because it's almost like, excuse my language, but dance, nigga, dance. Like, nah, I don't like that. You know what I mean? So
no, I'll take
whatever.
it. I'll take it. You're getting 30 seconds of the song, but I'll take it.
Make another request, damn it. But, I don't know. I don't mind requests, but like I try to play the request. But if it's just like if we're at a party and you're asking me for something that isn't a party record, I hate that. We're at a party, we're not in someone's basement or like there's a lot. Like I'm trying to, I guess in general, play for the crowd or the majority of the crowd or what you think the crowd's gonna like. So like I always remove myself from it. Like when I'm gonna listen to what I want. When I pulled up here and when I leave, like in my car, I'm gonna listen. I don't like go there and be like, oh, I gotta play that, and you know what I mean. Like if they want to hear it, play it. I don't care. You know what I mean. Like you're there to you're hired basically to entertain the crowd. So
right.
Yeah, I never even thought about that, because when you think about it, me and Isaac, we have a 9-year difference, so it could have been something newer that I thought was
maybe
But with that crowd, they're like, yeah, because it was all his people.
Listen, Isaac went to Nux. Don't play nothing Wu-Tang tonight.
I didn't. I didn't request no Wu-Tang.
Play nothing Wu-Tang.
Isaac don't even know Wu-Tang.
Exactly. That's why he told him don't play nothing Wu-Tang.
I remember the first time I was talking to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know Wu-Tang. Rakim's in it." I was like, "Rakim is not part of Wu-Tang."
You mean RZA?
Yeah. He got Prince Rakim and Rakim mixed up.
Okay.
That's when I was like, my brother don't know what he's talking about.
I don't mind requests. I mean, again, just nothing too wacky or too like bizarre or whatever. But it's kind of a reminder. And, I mean, oh, yeah, thank you. Maybe I wasn't going that direction or thinking about that.
Cool. Okay. Right now, I just want to take a quick break.
Refresh up,
so everyone can refresh
their
their
liquor.
drink, and then we're going to roll the dice. All right. So now it's time for the segment that we haven't named yet. It's we got questions here, kind of like on Drink Champs they do that quick slime chance.
Quick slime and grind.
Yeah. It's like that, except we got 10 questions here. We got this dice we're going to give you. We're only going to ask you. Yeah, it's a 10-sided dice, and we're going to ask you the 5 questions. So based on what you roll.
What side's up?
That's a 7.
7.
Okay, so
that's one of my favorite numbers too.
7 is top 5 favorite movies of all time.
If people are like stunned to it, some of the movies that I haven't seen, so like I don't really watch a lot of movies. But do they have to be in order? Can I just name 5 movies?
I just named 5.
So I love Training Day. I love Scarface. I love Friday. See, sheesh. There's so many nice, good movies. I'm blanking though, but I like Shatas.
Okay,
hell yeah,
I like that one.
Me too.
I'm more into like documentaries, but like let me make one more. 5. That was 4, right?
Yeah, 4.
One movie that I thought was freaky was The Butterfly Effect.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Especially when he put his hand down on that thing to go. Yeah, that was crazy.
I only seen that once, like years ago, like 20 years ago. I gotta watch it again because I think there's a Butterfly Effect too, or something.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
I don't think Ashton Kutcher was still in it, was he?
No,
I don't think so.
Sure
No.
That shows some range for him because he's always a clown, and in this he was like a serious role, and it was good. But I think that's the only serious role I've ever seen him in.
That's not bad.
I liked
Not
it.
bad. Those ain't bad. Those movies,
You see them
Scarface.
All?
Yeah, I seen them all.
I've seen them all.
I saw it for years. I had only seen Scarface in like pieces, so I'm like, I gotta watch this whole movie from front to back one day. And I've done it multiple times now.
Yeah.
I usually try to show people, hey, you gotta see this movie. And then,
Forever, I thought Al Pacino was Cuban.
and it's funny because I don't know if his accent actually sounds Cuban.
I don't
Like it sounds like I don't know. It doesn't really sound Cuban.
It don't. It really
It's almost like Russian or something.
It's almost like Italian / like I don't know. Definitely Latin a bit. But
Yeah. Italian mixed with Latin. Yeah.
Fusion.
Right? So,
It's what a white dude thinks Cubans sound like, I guess.
exactly.
Like Manolo sounded more Cuban than
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh shit.
that's what I'm saying. The scene where he shoots or he shoots him, like the dude right in front of Gina, like
Oh, his best friend.
like the how Maddie gets like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure didn't Mobb Deep sample that or something? There's like a sound that they sampled in the song for when it shows. They definitely sampled something from Scarface like that. I can't remember the beat right now, but yeah.
I know exactly. So I can't remember what part it was. Yeah.
I think was it on Shook Ones?
No, I forget the song though. It would have been a later album. But also the scene where I love the scene where he's like, you know, Tony, like he basically, or this is what's his name? What's the boss that he goes to visit down? Wow, I can't believe it.
Sosa?
Yeah, Sosa. And he's like, Tony, there's no lying in you. Like, you know what I mean? And then that's when he shows he's hanging the cop in the helicopter. But he's like, he knew he was a snitch and he just knew Tony was like real and straight up. He's like, I can just tell there's no lying in you. Like, I love that. Like, just, not necessarily they hung the cop, but I just mean that he just called him out for being real. Like, he knew that he was real. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Just something about that. I like that.
Yeah, I like that movie, man.
That movie was fucking crazy. I love that fucking movie. I gotta watch that shit this week.
Whenever I show somebody that didn't see it when it came out, they're like, "This ain't no good." It's like you don't know what you're talking about. This is a classic.
Definitely.
All right, time to roll again.
Okay. So that was a 7.
Yeah.
What if I roll 7 again?
14.
Are you
14.
so excited? At the very top? Or?
Because you have the wrong die, guys. Come on, man.
4.
Yeah,
we'll
4.
go 4. We'll take away the one.
What I was what 14
I thought it
was?
was 10 sided.
I know. I gave him a 20
You gave
sided
him
one.
20 sided.
They look the same, man. They look the same. But we'll just take away the one. 4.
I know he's looking at me like something I did.
Yeah, it was your problem. I picked the wrong. No. It was right next to the other one. They
I've never even seen dice like that.
14.
From like a game or something? Or?
yeah, it's for
right.
top 5 favorite foods.
Mango. I love fruit.
Mango
Do I gotta
dog.
say pause after that? I don't know. Man. I can't keep up. But, mango. I like kiwi. Watermelon. I could keep. There's so many grapes. Pineapple. But then I love melons. Blah blah blah. Keep going down the list. Apples. I love fruit.
Man only eats fruits.
The only thing I don't like for whatever reason, I just don't like pears. There's something
really?
about
Man.
it. I just don't like pears. There's
For me,
something
the
about
only fruit I
texture.
don't like is strawberries.
I love strawberries.
It's the tart. I always get tart ones.
Yeah.
I can't find any sweet strawberries.
And I feel like sometimes when I eat like actual cherries, just whatever they put on the skin, like it just bothers my what is it? I don't know, whatever they spray on it or whatever. I know you wash them, but still, it's like you can get that little taste. I don't know what it does. It's just something. But I love fruit. Pause.
I love fruit.
That was a quick one. All right.
That man said no steak, no chicken,
That is-
no,
that is
no poutine,
McDonald's.
pizza, McDonald's, not all fruit. Shit.
Start with mango, which is my jam.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say food or fruit?
No
said
food.
Food? Oh, okay. Well, here, let's switch that up. I thought you said fruit. All right. Well, if we're talking about food,
I was like, damn, food healthy,
I mean,
man.
I love like Caribbean food. So like, I love jerk chicken and like stuff, curry chicken like that. I mean, chicken in general. Come on, you know that. Right?
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Watermelon.
Jeez, let me think. Wow, I love the cooking stuff. So I don't know. Trying to think of stuff that I love like Asian food. I would just rather do it like that, like name like certain because I don't know if I can name specific dishes, but I definitely like Asian food, Caribbean food. You know what I mean? Any home cook like Thanksgiving, like I love that kind of stuff. Christmas dinner, whatever that kind of like you know what I mean. That kind of a meal.
Oh yeah.
I love sweet potatoes, man. Oh man, those are dope. I don't know if you guys like. I like
love sweet
vegetables
potatoes.
too. So like
Yeah.
vegetables, fish, like
Man, healthy boy.
Yeah, bro.
No, I would
32
never.
years, bro.
Poutine, nah, I don't do that. Like pizza, maybe. I don't mind it.
You don't touch poutine?
Nah, it's cool, but nah, I just
Okay.
you know, I like nachos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wings, I love wings. I just had
Oh,
wings
yeah.
before I came here.
We ain't talking about wings.
When's the wing night?
We ain't talking about wings right now.
What happened? Is there a story? There must be a story there.
Oh, this is funny.
Is it from a
Oh,
previous
God.
episode? Or?
Oh God, this is so funny.
Leave that alone.
We'll leave that alone. Yeah, we'll leave that.
Why you even saying it?
I need that
I know I
off
get a
camera. I
reaction.
guess.
Oh
I
man.
need that story
Oh,
off
wow.
camera.
Now I got the audience wondering what the fuck happened.
What happened? What happened?
That's why I should have a Patreon episode.
There you go.
All right.
All right, we get you to roll again, Papa.
Yeah.
That's funny, bro.
I love him.
So number 1,
We had 11.
No. That's so top 5 dead or alive rappers.
These are hard questions. I mean, I'm a fan of Biggie. I like Jay-Z. I do like Busta. I like Fonte though, Little Brother. Like, man, I love Fonte. I think he's dope. Like, people don't understand Drake like style is Fonte. Like, it's not. I'm not just saying that. Like, Drake said that. You know what I mean? So if you don't know, if you're a Drake fan, actually, if you're a true Drake fan, let me go back. I'll answer that question in a second. No, listen. Do you realize that Drake is an acronym? What does it stand for? DRAKE.
I don't know. I didn't know that.
Wow. Do you guys know what that stands for?
No.
It's an acronym. People didn't know that. It's do right and kill everything. That's what it
I
stands
feel like I heard that before, but I didn't know that was actual thing.
That's why his name is Drake or whatever. But his real name's Aubrey. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's his artist name, right? Yeah, so.
Oh, I didn't know that was actual.
right
I
and
heard
kill
that. I heard that.
everything.
Like say
He says it. He
before.
definitely says it on his
Yeah,
song.
but I didn't know it was okay.
I always ask, see?
know
Okay,
that.
what were we saying? So Biggie,
I guess I'm not a big.
Busta.
So this is
Fonte,
why he got mad when I said Drake is following the Jay-Z template
Why? What do you mean?
because you're a big Jay-Z fan.
Yeah.
You don't think that's not what Drake's doing? Sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you.
No, because why? Because I named Jay-Z as a top.
Yeah,
five.
you're top. Yeah.
I mean, I like Drake. I feel like Drake to me is more. I don't know if I put him because he does so much more. Like he's not just a rapper, so which I
Right.
appreciate. Like I love that he tries all these different things. I know some people don't, but I love the fact that he tries. You know, it's almost like I don't know if you call it riding the wave, but I like how he did like some Afrobeat stuff and reggae stuff and messes with
Drake,
Popcorn.
yeah.
I love that. You know what I mean? So, branch out, but like Jay-Z to me, I don't know, latched on to Reasonable Doubt, and ever since then, you know, the songs with Biggie, like I have always been a Jay-Z fan.
Yeah.
I know there's some hits and misses, whatever, but you know, like I like the 444 album. I'm sure whatever he puts out next,
Yeah.
I like, you know, or check for. I'm not always like, oh, he has to do the club record, like he did that, you know what I mean? So just like I'm willing to just listen to what he's saying and the flows and blah blah blah. But yeah, I like Jay-Z. So when I say Jay-Z, Biggie, Fonte, Busta, and
I'm really glad you named Busta. I think not enough people put Busta
You
on
don't
there.
let this nigga get through his list, man.
I'm trying to think who I'm gonna name last. Wow, so many rappers, man. I'm trying
Giving
to
them
think.
time to
I mean, I like Common. I really like Common.
Common. Wow.
He's been around for so long that like when I first started DJing and stuff, I remember playing like this song called, what was it called, Orange Pineapple Juice or something like that from Common, one of his earlier albums. Like, you know what I mean? I always liked him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know I'm probably forgetting so many, but I just, you know, those are hard questions, man.
Cool.
For me, I have so many. Like I didn't even name any females. Like I love female rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh, that's a hard question. It's just like we did it then we did it again with Quake, and I'm pretty sure some of us changed our top
Mine
five.
changes
Yeah,
all
right?
the time.
Yeah,
Jadakiss,
So,
like I mean,
yeah,
you know, come on,
you know,
like
so
yeah, so there's so many.
so many you can put in there, right? All right, let's get you roll again.
All right, here we go.
Roll again.
That's a 7.
That was a 1,
Oh well.
but you just let 11. Roll again.
Wow.
Good lord.
These are my lottery numbers. My lottery numbers tonight.
3.
8.
What?
18. 8, man.
Yeah.
Put your glasses on.
3.
The lights was glaring. I couldn't
So I
see
got
it.
these on. See?
Yeah. See. Top 5.
No, did he?
Top 5 favorite actors.
Definitely like Denzel. Sheesh, that's a hard one. Wow, actors. I'm just trying to think of movies. Or just,
Yeah.
it might not be like because I haven't seen so many things, but like just people that I just think are dope. Like I like what's his name? Amari Hardwick, who played Ghost in Power. Like I think he's.
Oh yeah.
Chad Boswick, who died.
Yeah.
Man, the man played James Brown, Jackie Robinson, Black Panther. Who was the other one? He played another icon, a judge, I think. Thurgood Marshall, maybe. I'm not sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. You know, just so many different like monumental roles. The James Brown, like that was. I thought that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'll not think of movies. And when you say actors, I think Jamie Foxx is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, so talented. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx, multi-talented.
Yes. Very. Very much so.
That was 4.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. 4.
What's a show that I like? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I mean, I like Cube. I think if I have to put a rapper in there, I like Cube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even like Will Smith.
I just
I'm a
gonna say
big
no
fan of
Will,
Smith.
man, no Will.
I'm a big fan of Will Smith. So yeah, I think he's for all the things. Like he didn't win an Oscar for Muhammad Ali. Like that's crazy. That was a good movie. But at least he did for was it King Richard?
Yeah, he did.
So that,
It's a good movie too.
I think King Richard was like a makeup for him because they know he should have won from Muhammad, right? So
Well, even when you think of Denzel, like the man played Malcolm X, and they gave him the Oscar for playing a corrupt cop in Training
yeah,
Day. Like,
yeah,
and it was an
exactly,
incredible role. But
Yeah.
I mean, Malcolm X, man, like, come on. They couldn't award Malcolm X in any kind of way like that. So.
Did Jamie get an award for Ray?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he won an Oscar. Even like one I would say, let me name this one. I just said this to my students the other day as we were talking about like I don't know, portraying certain characters in movies, and one of the worst. Like, well, she won an Oscar for it was Monique and Precious. Like, she's so vicious. Have you seen that movie? Like, as the mother,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god,
Oh,
like
definitely.
she, like wow, like she owned that role. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that was career
definitely
defining
did.
for sure. For her, I just feel like I don't know if she ever, like from that point, like her career should have.
should have
No,
skyrocketed.
but I don't know. I know there's a lot of controversy.
Yep.
Tyler Perry and stuff, blah blah blah. But like she, come on, that was an incredible role for her to play. She was so mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't watch a lot of movies, but I feel like if I translate it back to like TV, even I gotta put Will in there. I
Definitely.
love Fresh Prince. That's one of my favorite shows.
I can
Well-
still watch that.
Like we said, actors, right? Actor, whether just on TV or a movie, right?
See, the early days, you could see him mouthing the lines, the other people's
Yeah.
lines. And
Yeah.
that shit is
Yeah.
crazy. Like they'd be
Really?
saying the lines, and you could watch Will. He's saying the lines.
Yeah.
I never noticed that, man.
Watch that in the first few episodes. If you watch the first season, the first few, he's just obviously he's just learning. But,
Oh, okay. That's how he's remembering his lines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
like
okay.
remembering when to come in and timing and all that.
Damn. I didn't even notice that, man.
You don't watch nothing.
I like Fresh Prince.
But
man.
actually, so that's the question. Did you guys? So I don't know if you're Fresh Prince fans. I love that show, but like, did you watch Bel Air? Like the
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
reenactment?
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I'm not up to date, but I watched I think the
watched
first two seasons.
I watched one episode. I don't know. I love the Fresh Prince of Bel Air so much that I get it. Like you kind of got to go in it with not thinking like maybe the characters' names, but and some things they reference sort of, but like Carlton's doing coke and stuff. I'm like,
Yep.
what?
Yeah.
In the first episode or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh wow, okay, this is not the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
No.
I like it, man.
I do like it. Yeah.
They
Did
bring
you
it-
watch the original? Like, were you a fan?
Yeah,
of
yeah. I
Yeah.
like the original. It's like they took the original and made it like
Realistic.
now.
Yeah.
Like Uncle Phil is not now just a millionaire. He's probably like a close. I would say in this era, he's close to a billionaire. Like
Yeah.
the money is different now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
New money.
The money is different now. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. And Jeffrey is not just a butler. He's like
He a gangster.
he's like a gangster. man.
Okay.
But Jeffrey was always kind of like a gangster, but he never really did gangster stuff.
Does he like go at Uncle Phil at all? Because remember, he used to have so many like one-liners against him. In the,
Yeah. Like them two, like I think I don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I might go back and try to watch.
I
that.
think it's a good watch.
Will Smith, he must have executive produced it, or
I think he sanctioned that
He
whole
did,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
he vouched for it. I mean,
Yeah.
it all started from a trailer that somebody made, and then like to reimagine it as a.
It was him, the kid that plays Will Smith in it.
Oh, it was him?
Fuck, he made a
dope.
trailer
Oh,
for
okay.
it and then sent it to Will. Will liked it, so let's get together.
Yeah, I remember liking it when he
yeah.
posted it. I was like, oh, this is actually a
Yeah.
good idea. But,
Yeah.
So I think I'll go back and watch it. But I really like Will's acting, mostly in the movies. Like Fresh Prince, it was more of a learning process.
Yeah.
You know, you could tell. And then I found, honestly, when he did the first Bad Boys movie, the rest of the Fresh Prince that he did, he was so silly. Like he almost absorbed that from Martin.
Yeah.
He just watch it.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah.
just so foolish and
Definitely,
silly,
right?
like for the rest of the seasons after that. You know what I mean?
Because like Will Smith is Will Smith in Bad Boys, like he's the tough guy, but Martin is definitely the comedic aspect
Yeah.
of that movie, right?
And then like most of the jokes on Fresh Prince after that, it was just him acting silly. Like,
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Right? So, and Martin's a silly motherfucker.
It's funny you say that, Smooth. I felt a change when he did Independence Day, and then he came back to Fresh. I felt that was a change too. Like he got like a serious role, not a serious role, but a bigger picture role.
Yeah, yeah.
And he came out to Freshman. Then he was like more of like a real actor.
Like the father one. Like, I mean, come on. How many years later in that father episode will that still? If you don't cry when
that's
you see
touching,
that,
man.
like, man, that's so. I mean,
yeah,
that was after Independence Day, I think.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that like I feel I saw a change there. It's funny that you say that about Bad Boy. I saw a change out the Independence Day. It was like
after years, you see his range change quite a bit. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, didn't he play like a gay role in like the Bagger Vance or something? Wasn't
No, 6 Degrees of Separation.
Sorry, I forget which.
Yeah.
But that was like his first movie.
That was
right?
First one
movie,
was the golf one or whatever. Yeah, wasn't it? Like he was
No, the
caddy or
golf one
something?
was later.
Okay.
Yeah, it was later. So
I like him in a lot of too much movies, man. Pursuit of Happiness, 7 Pounds, like those serious ones. They're like Pursuit of Happiness is really like I lean to that sometimes.
That's with his son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like frick, shit could be fucked up, man.
And you know what? He got new music in 2024. He even got a song with his son, and it's dope. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
trust me.
I got
I
you.
didn't hear that. The last song I heard with him was the one he did with Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where it was, well, he put him on the remix,
it will. Yeah.
but he got like a song called "Work of Art" with Jaden and Russ.
Okay.
He got another one that he performed on the BET. I can't remember. I think it was the BET Awards. It was more like gospel. He might be doing like more like
I seen that.
Christian
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
rap. You know what I mean?
Seen that.
Those songs actually like charted on the Christian rap charts
okay.
and stuff. So,
Oh, I didn't even notice that, man.
man, in 2024 he's making music. So yeah, man.
I like it.
Something he loves, man.
Yeah.
All right, get you to roll one more time.
Last roll.
Yeah. 6.
Top 5 favorite TV show.
Dude,
Fresh
roll
Prince.
again. Roll again.
Really?
No, just kidding. Go ahead, go ahead.
Fresh Prince for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, yeah, 100%. I mean, I like, you know, I'm not gonna name just sitcoms. Like, I like comedy, like Mad TV. There's a show that's Canadian. I got the DVDs. I don't know if people know this show, and I actually always wanted to sample the theme music, but it's called Bizarre. I don't know if anyone
remember
knows that
that.
show.
I remember
it was
that,
on
yeah.
CTV. It's crazy. They could never air it
Yeah,
now. Like
yeah.
it was
No.
crazy. This is like late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
I was only a little kid watching this.
Yeah.
Like, I
That
don't know.
sounds so familiar.
Bizarre,
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Biner.
Yeah.
So if you know Super Dave Osborne,
Yeah.
that character, it came from that show.
from
that,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
can't air
But
that
they used
now.
to do, for example, one of the skits that could never air was called The Bigot Family, and everyone was a different nationality, and so the father would always go to each person and just make a joke, but it was like a racist
Oh
joke.
my
Yeah.
god.
And then you go all the way down and get everybody, and someone would get him. But then they're like, oh, but you know, it would always conclude with, you know, but we're all one big family.
Yeah.
Like they would always turn it around, so it was
yeah.
love. But it always ended with something else, though. It was always a big joke.
Yeah.
And they always did this other skit. It was a running joke throughout where they had this. They would do. There was no dialogue. It was just two people, and they had this woman had like a shirt, and it would say something, and she kept ripping it off, and there would be another shirt, and rip it off, and obviously it ended with her being bare breasted, but they never showed it on TV. They would just show the person he would look, and it would be part of the joke.
Yeah.
This is no way they can air that stuff in 2024, but Bizarre. So what I say, Mad TV, I like or In Living Color, like I like those kind of shows, right? Fresh Prince. So yeah, let's say In Living Color, Mad TV, Fresh Prince, Family Guy. I love Family Guy. I'm sorry, I do.
Family Guy was.
I was watching Family Guy today.
And then here's one that's out of left field that you actually there's two, the two left that are out of left field, and it's because I was a little kid and watching all this stuff. I don't know if I got the comedy then, but Golden Girls,
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
It
I
was.
think that show.
Yeah.
And then here's another one. I still watch it to this day. I don't care. I can admit it. Maybe you can edit this out. But Days of Our Lives. I love that show. It's because my grandparents used to watch it. It was just this constant. You know what I mean? It's my stories. That's what I call it. My stories.
That's what they call it.
So I feel like I'm honoring my grandmother and grandfather by continuing to watch my stories. At least that's what I tell people. But
No, it's all good.
My nanny was like that too.
Bro, I went to
Don't
a
interrupt
customer's
her
home
during her
today.
stories.
Went to a customer's home today and that was on.
yeah.
I was like, shit, that motherfucker's still on this show.
My favorite character of all time was Stefano De
Same
Vera,
here,
man.
same
That's
here.
the only
villain.
character whose name I
Same here.
remember.
Man, and he
Stefano.
actually died, and it was cool to see what they did. Like he in real life had dementia, like he was dying. So his
Yeah.
last scene, they had him like they finally caught him, and he was in a jail cell, and people came and like spoke to him, but he couldn't really say anything. So they just had him kind of like, you know, slyly smiling or whatever and thing. It was really cool how they did that. And then what happened when they went to take him away, he escaped. So it was just like he was out there forever, and then in real life he died. You know what I mean? But It's really cool how they portrayed the character.
Did they finally kill him off?
Well, I feel like they said they killed him, and then they had his essence, and they tried to put it into somebody else.
Okay.
These are my stories, man. Don't get me started.
No, it's
right?
all good. Because when I seen it today, they had like a picture of him over top of the mantle.
Yeah,
right?
see,
So,
and that's the other cool thing. And
Yeah.
even there's another character that died. If you know Jennifer Aniston, it's actually her father.
Okay.
John Aniston died not too long ago. So similar thing.
Yeah.
In their household, they have a big picture. So
of
every
him,
now and then
okay.
they show them. So it's really cool that they pay tribute to these older actors who are on there.
That's dope, man. Like,
Because my wife watches.
He's getting the kick
like
out.
I know who Stefano was, but I never watched the show.
I never watch a show. I feel like I seen the show in passing from like my grandfathers. Or something
Seriously. See, back in the day,
at Nanny's.
Back in the day, I'll tell you this story. This story actually changed my life. Back in like 1992, the summer, it was like July. I wasn't getting along with my mother. She banished me to my grandfather's house in Bridgewater, right? And he had like a 1.5 acre yard. So, and he was 72 at the time. He had some heart problems. So I was just there to basically help him all summer with the yard work and all that. But every day, no matter what, every weekday at 4 o'clock, we stopped. And I was like, what? What are we doing? We'll go inside and watch General Hospital. And he was dead serious. I'm like, what? I'm like, really? And then we'd eat after that and then just go back out because it's summertime. So we'd stay, light till like 9 or 10. And then go, do the rest of the yard work. But another thing that changed my life is that he had a satellite dish. And that was the first time in 1992. That's when I first saw BET, Black Entertainment Television, which was nothing that I ever seen here. And it was I couldn't believe it. And I'm young and they're going to bed early and I'm just up all night watching this, like fascinated. Like this is incredible. And that's when BET was incredible.
Yeah.
Like, they would play music, videos, but they had like Teen Summit on the weekend, like all these shows, Video Soul, all these, incredible shows. And just to see that music. And then unfortunately he died a couple years later in 94 of a heart attack. The last day that he was alive, we found a receipt. He went to the liquor store. He shouldn't have been drinking, but he went to the liquor store and drank. So I think that's why he had a heart attack. But my mother inherited the satellite dish, so then I had BET from like 94 on. So it was incredible. See Rap City, like all this stuff, and that literally influenced me 100%. You know what I mean? And then eventually I think Dartmouth got it first, and then Halifax eventually got BET, and then everyone had it. So
Yeah, you're right. Because I remember wanting to go visit my grandma over in Cherry Brook, so I could watch BET.
Seriously, like that's when it was incredible. Like man, BET used to be,
It was the shit.
Yeah, man, it was
Revolutionary.
Oh yeah,
when 106 and Park.
106 and Park.
Oh, 106 and Park.
Yeah.
When that first started, it was cool. Eventually, it just got to I don't know.
It got
when they started cutting videos off mid.
But just like even the vibe, like I don't know, some of the. Like you started thinking, like if someone, and I think they said this, like if you told me that they were paying to get certain videos on there, I'd believe it because it went from like certain things to just like what is this? Like what?
Yeah.
Like,
Cool. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quick questions.
Yeah, let's go
to wrap this off. And this is you'll get the feel for it as soon as I ask the first one. Drake versus Kendrick.
Who I got?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I love Drake, but I would, man, Kendrick.
Nas versus Jay-Z.
Hove, Jay-Z, not even a question. Quake knows that. What did Quake say, Nas?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, we'll switch genres here, and we'll go Michael Jackson versus Prince.
I love Prince. Got to see him perform live when he was here. Never got to see Michael perform live, but Michael Jackson, I love Michael Jackson. That's one of my favorite artists.
50 Cent versus Rick Ross.
50. I got to meet 50 back in the day.
Okay.
Very smart dude.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like extremely smart. Like, yeah. I feel like he knows. People don't realize, like, he knows what he's doing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Last but not least, Tupac versus DMX.
I mean, I love DMX, emotional, all that, but I feel like I like Tupac. I favorite Tupac. On a side note, DMX was Aldean's favorite artist. Unbelievable.
Wow.
He's usually on my list when I name my top 5.
DMX?
Yeah.
His energy. I mean, there's similarities for sure. The emotion that they both brought, but Tupac, I love, one love to Tupac. Rest in peace to both of them.
Yeah, rest in peace to the both of them. Cool. That's all we got.
Bro, I got a long question. You mind if I ask a long question?
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, man.
Smooth. Since like I consider you like the guy. Like you one of the guys around here. Like when I came, I didn't know anybody. I mean, I shouldn't say anybody. I didn't know nobody. I didn't know DJs or that. Because when I came, like they wasn't playing Caribbean in the club, and they wasn't doing that. It was just like top 40. I used to go to the Dome. I used to go to Dial, right? So I met Weber, and then Weber kind of introduced me to you at a point. But like, I just want to ask you, because this is a hot topic. I feel when it comes to the entertainment world, you feel like people partying like how they used to party.
No.
Like they just you feel like people willing to party like I feel like I should ask you, like, do you feel like people like want to party anymore?
You know, when I first started, I can honestly say it's been dropping off since then.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going to certain parties. Like, first of all, any long weekend Sunday was packed. It didn't matter where you did it. It didn't matter. Just like any. So I remember doing, like, you know, the minimum that would come to parties like 500. I remember Club 55. You literally couldn't walk. Like, you were stuck. It was shoulder to shoulder. If you were at one side, you couldn't even get to the other. Like, just so many people. Like, so there was that vibe, and then it kind of, like, I don't know, dropped off. These days, you know, I have my own theories, but maybe, like, you know, it's the whole. Like, one thing I absolutely hate, and I DJ at the Mooth sometimes, so it's a long night from 10 a.m. to 3 or 10 p.m. to 3:30 a.m.
Yeah.
But like 10 to 12, it's free, right, for people to come. So what do people do? They just come in and get their stamp, and then they usually leave. Like, and then they come back later at 1 or whatever. But like sometimes when we're doing a party that say it's only 10 to 2, and people will get there and then text, oh, nobody's here.
Yes.
And these 10, you know, 5, 10 people, if they just stayed, then another 5, 10 people come. And another 5, and it just, when people call, oh, people are here. You know what I mean? But oh, it's nobody's here. Then they come at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and it's over at 2, and the lights come on at 2, and they're looking around like, oh, what's going on? Like, the club is over at 2. It didn't matter if you got here at 1 or 1:30. Like, so, like, what kind of vibe can you establish in like 30 minutes or 60 minutes or 90 minutes? Like, you know, and then there's multiple DJs. Like, it just, sometimes I hate that. I just feel like, man, what are we doing? Like, what kind of, it's just, sometimes the club is like, I don't mind doing it just once in a while. Like, because of stuff like that. But people don't come up. Then they get there, you know, they still need to drink, so they're not dancing.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we here for? Like, you know, we're playing music. Some people play you heard it at 12:30, they recycle at 1, and then 1:30, same songs. It's like, man, there's so many songs. We got all these DJs.
Yeah.
How can we not, you know, establish a vibe? So I wish people would like come out early, and I think it depends on the crowd. Sometimes, you know, people might write off a wedding, but at least people are there. So when you start, like, it's a full crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really up to you. Like, they want a party, there you go. Like, it's a little easier, but with the club sometimes I get that, you know. Or like, what is it, too light in here? Or you just think to yourself, what are all the factors that why are people dancing? Like, what are we doing? Like, or you know, I think the biggest thing is also this. Like, let me say that. So what you're afraid of being, because people will just roll up on you now and just record as if it's their right. Like, they don't ask.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I'm just like, wow, like, that's just common courtesy. Like, hey, do you mind if I, you know what I mean? And I remember, well, actually, shout out to Matthew Byard when we were at Killer Mike, and he didn't want, you know, to be recorded. Like he didn't want it rolling the camera or whatever. Like, you know, like, it's more people's preferences. You just, you know, no one wants to be on camera all the time. So maybe people dancing, or they might feel embarrassed. I don't want to be viral. I don't want to be on camera. Right. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe there's all of that. Like, people just, maybe they don't feel as free to party. And just kind of, I thought when you go to the club, it's supposed to let loose and just kind of forget the drama and all that.
Exactly, man.
So I don't know. To me, I just feel like as a DJ, it's not that I get mad or frustrated. I mean, there's years of seeing this, and it's kind of like, what is the deal? So I just feel like, well, you're not going to blame it on me. I'm going to play the jams. So if you guys want to sit down, that's your money you're wasting and your time. I'm just going to play music. And, you know, some people don't get up the whole night. And then at the end of the night, hey, I loved your music. It was jam. Yeah. Like, oh, well, I would have wished you could have showed me by dancing, because how do I know you're on the sideline sitting there? I can't even see you. You know what I mean? So that kind of part, it is frustrating. So once in a while, the clubs and all that, but I don't know what it is. Like, and then you're talking about maybe a whole younger generation that come out. Maybe they don't know how to party. Maybe they were never told, you know, how to. They were never around anybody. Like, if their parents were lame, they never showed them what to do and how to dance and blah blah blah. And, you know, so I don't know. Maybe it just trickles down. Maybe everyone just wants to be cool, posted up on the side. Yeah, you know, I mean, looking good, whatever, grinding on the walls and all that, which is cool. But you know what I mean? Where's the party, right? So I don't know.
Then you got the COVID adults.
Yep.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? That were like 16 and then turned of age until COVID was over.
Yeah.
So they didn't.
Or some people still never went back out.
Yeah.
Like, they still don't want to be out.
Right. And I think back in the day, I would say like drink specials played a big role with the clubs being packed at a certain time, right? You You know,
JJ's.
I mean, drinks have a
yeah.
minimum price now, so I mean,
Yeah.
you know, them kind of, I guess, specials. Well, wasn't it? It might have been the Dome that ruined that when they had a big brawl. I think it was during Christmas or something like that. It was a big brawl, and then they changed it. Like they literally changed the liquor license
really?
to say it has to be a minimum. There's no more dollar drinks, like stuff like that.
wow.
So it's just, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like
Yeah.
the drink specials, where
Yeah.
maybe you need a hook, but it's not even. I don't even think you're asking about getting people out. It's like they're in the party. And
Exactly.
not partying.
They're in the party.
Like standing
they're,
around,
They're
right?
not partying. And you said a lot of points, and some points I didn't even think about the record. I didn't think about that. But I do see the come to the party and message your friend, hey, nobody's here.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's really killing a lot of vibes, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's like either I don't know what them people are doing when they hear that. Oh, either let's go somewhere else or let's
Yeah.
just wait a bit for people to come. And then how long are you waiting? Like the
Yeah.
party's got to end at a certain time. I wish we had it, but that's just how it is.
It should be no one's here, get here now.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
nobody's here, go check
Exactly.
something.
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Right? So, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 20? Yeah, well, come here now. Club's open to us. We can get alcohol anytime we want. We
Seriously.
can dance or whatever we want.
Get your drinks,
You know,
ask
yeah,
whatever
right.
songs you want, like, and you enjoy it. And then people will come. But yeah.
Yeah, you
Right,
might
'cause
actually get your request played. Yeah.
I think the other thing we always got to remember too is you got to cater to the females because, like, just think of it. A lot of times they come in groups, they dance, they drink, like they just want to go out. You know, it's
Yeah.
a big event. They
Yeah.
sometimes go shopping, dinner, all that. Like they make it a big event.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes we'll go to the party and there's not enough females. You're like, wow, this is not. You know, that's not the vibe. Like, okay, we didn't do what we should have did because there should be way more females than men. As I remember, some parties where it'd be the opposite, and they're like, "Where's the men?" And you're like,
Yeah.
"I'm the DJ. There's a few other men, but it's not. You know, they're looking for men. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you got to cater to the females."
Cool.
Yeah, that's just one of the questions. I have more, but I'll leave it for it. I know it's like gonna be like long winded. But yeah, it's something I've noticed, and I'm just curious how you look at it too, being like at your stature and Halifax looking at it, like, because we talk about it a lot and we try to figure it out. We trying to adjust it and make people like, because it just happened like last Sunday too, like when it was a long weekend, Remembrance. Yeah, it was like downtown was dead. It wasn't just that. It wasn't just
Yeah, I
one
heard
party.
downtown was
Like
dead last
downtown
year,
was
yeah.
dead. Like Tutti had like half open.
Really?
They opened half, and it was like it was weird.
I don't know. I just maybe
Yeah.
people don't put I guess like they're not rushing to go out anymore.
No.
I don't know. Like I know there's like even New Year's, most people shy away from doing that and just do house parties and stuff. Like that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the move.
Yeah,
Smaller or different venues, not necessarily clubs. I mean, one of the frustrations is parking downtown.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to
No.
park, so it's just not
Yeah.
convenient
Yeah.
to go out sometimes. So maybe like a place like the Marquee at least has a parking lot, but like,
Yeah.
a club has a parking lot downtown.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of the things that get me. That's why when we go out, I'm always like, "Yo, who's driving?" Because better to go. Hey, I drove.
Yeah,
Gator.
you drove last time. It was usually me.
Let me also say I just want to give respect to those who continue to do stuff though, like promoters,
Yeah.
people who continue to do events because it is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, and so like we did a after party for Sean Paul, which luckily was literally right across the street and have to go park again if you're at the concert. And even that, there was other reasons why it was kind of messed up, but like that I thought would have been like way more, just people are right there. But it was also on a Wednesday night.
yeah.
So
I
it's
was
just
actually
tough.
there.
Yeah.
I was.
It was
there.
cool for what it
Yeah.
was, but it could have been way better, And
Yeah.
for a Wednesday night, it was decent, but maybe it was the night. But that's what I'm saying. Like some people, it's like if that's all we can get, like if a concert, if it's a big artist and that's the only thing we can get is on a night, would you rather not have it at all? Like I don't
Exactly.
think that's an option. Like let's have it, Or even like the clubs, it's like you might do an event on a Friday, Saturday, and people complain about where it's at. It's
Yeah.
like, man, do you want nothing or do you
Yeah.
want something?
Exactly, bro.
So I don't know.
People complain now because it's a little drizzle of rain now. I always talk about how, like, I remember when we went to the university, we used to walk down Spring Garden in the snow just to go to the palace. Just to go to. Well, it was a big party. Remember Climax? Like, we used to walk in the snow to go to that.
It was worth it,
Yeah, it was like
something to go to,
Yeah, it was.
Event.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It's changed, and I don't know if there's a solution. Probably it ain't. Probably just something that's gonna
It's hard
fade.
to say, man. Like
Yeah.
for me too, it's almost like I thank God for like I get booked for a lot of stuff that isn't public, it's just private stuff,
Right.
and
Yeah.
reputation, and thank God for that because those parties usually when you start playing, there's people there ready
people
to go.
there.
Sometimes they don't even go to. You don't even have to play till what it's the end, and you
Mm-hmm.
get paid in full. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
less hassle, but I don't know what the solution is. I wish people would just Come
Price
on.
of living got to come down first.
I guess, yeah. I mean, there's that
right.
part too. That's
That's a part, yeah, that's a part of it.
economically, I feel like this market. That's why we don't like this year. I think was an anomaly. I can't believe how many shows came here, and we missed out on a couple that I thought, like the Missy, Busta Rhymes Sierra. I wish that would have came here.
That would have been sweet.
And there was another big tour like that, and I was like, oh man, I wish. But, like we got those festivals, like so. Who knows if 2025 will be like that? But people saw they were willing to take a. Like the Sean Paul thing, Moncton outsold Halifax.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
Really
terrible. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
But nothing against Moncton. But how?
Yeah.
Impossible.
Was Moncton announced first? Could that have been it?
Nah.
Because that's I think.
Together, they announced the whole. Yeah.
And I know with Ice Cube, that's what happened. Because a lot of people bought their tickets, and all of a sudden he's coming in Nova Scotia, and everyone like
Came to
Because
Detroit.
that was separate. Like the promoter who did the Moncton thing had nothing to do with this Nova Scotia show. So
Right.
that was separate. So that was added on. Because if you notice, Exhibit did his own show, and Halifax Ice Cube did too, like without Exhibit. You know what I mean? So it's different.
okay.
Yeah, so,
I find a lot of people like to travel to go see concerts and shit now too, right? So
well, I mean, if we can't get them here,
yeah,
better. It's not that far, luckily, but I just feel like when we get that in 2025, at least people like the last big show that I think that's coming up that I know of is Mobb Deep in December. So, I know obviously rest in peace to Prodigy. So it's Havoc, Big Noid, and LES.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
Is that still going on?
As far as I know, yeah. They're doing Ottawa, Halifax, Montreal, and Toronto. So
okay.
So I think Montreal's already sold out. So.
Nice.
No, that's good. All right, man. So, what you got big coming up, or what should we be looking out for?
Well, check Smooth Grooves. That's the foundation, the home base. Out of everything, like even to this day, I still get butterflies when I go get ready to do my radio show. Like I feel like if that feeling disappears one day, that's when I'll stop doing it. You know?
Okay.
So Smooth Grooves Sundays. Actually, it's even longer now. It's a 6-hour show from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Nice.
I play like R&B, hip hop, soul, rap, reggae, soca, Afro beats. Try to play a bunch of just variety. Canadian stuff, local stuff, you know what I mean? Just, yeah, man. And we got a bunch of, like, with the end of the year coming up, a bunch of specialty shows. There'll be like a holiday hits edition on December 22nd.
Nice.
December 29th, the top 100 Smooth Grooves of 2024. So I'd really try to, just provide people. If I'm going to ask you to listen, I want to give you something to listen to.
Right.
Smooth Grooves Sundays, you can hear it anywhere in the world, ckdu.ca.
Nice.
Or 88.1 FM locally.
Okay.
FM dial. So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Glad you came.
Thanks for having me.
It was awesome having you here. Definitely have you again in the future because this was awesome.
Did I go too long?
No, man.
Beat it.
No.
I know I was gonna get in trouble for that question. Though. I had to ask it though. I had to ask it.
Oh, no, it was all
I got some more if you want.
He's only teasing.
I got some more questions for ours.
For the next one.
For the next one.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be back.
No, this is great, man. Thanks for coming.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
All right, I'm John Kizzy. You know who is he? AKA Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with King Tigger,
The King of Kings.
DJ Laton.
I'm back.
You got my cousin Ray Ray over there on the camera with Matthew. And an extra special guest, Smooth.
Thanks for having me again.
And we out.
Deuces.
Peace.